Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Champions of Krynn. Last time we left off, give me the map game, thank you very much. Last time we left off, we completed the temple, we disrupted the ritual. Now the Draconians are on the run and they're escaping through the catacombs below Throtl. So we're gonna go down there and chase them. You've entered the dark, befouled catacombs of Throtl. Distant screams and cries tell you that the place is not deserted. Now, the first thing you will be tempted to do is to step forward, and that would be a mistake. Reason being, there is an ambush straight ahead, so we're going to go ahead and cast Bless. This is very important to cast before every big fight, so you can, get the best out of everything. Fighters surge from around the corner. You hear the commanding officer order some to run down the corridor and warn the others, which means we will not have the element of surprise. The enemy will surprise us. Now there are two mages here. Now sadly, all I can do is hope to get these mages down. And that's done with an elf and a... Now the question now becomes, do I want to start throwing hold persons at these guys? And most importantly, these guys are warriors, so they're still level 3. I can probably sleep them. So it might be a good idea to try and sleep as many enemies as possible. Okay, that was a good number of enemies that we've taken care of. That means we can now probably start sweeping at these guys. Slowly. We're gonna take care of this guy. There you go. Now everybody has been taken care of. There are still some warriors here that will resist. So how about we go ahead and hold person. 1, 2, 3. Very well. So now we can start dealing with enemies. Okay, now the mage is down. I can now start to use, maybe not my bow. My bow has 14 taco. It is somewhat decent, but I would like to use my shield and my longsword to conserve the ammunition. There you go. Let's begin by slaying the enemies. And especially I would love to slay the sleeping guys, because if I do, they won't be coming back up. Now, let's get you turned around, and we can probably aim at you. And you can do this. Now, what you can do is just... that's a problem. Because you see, I kind of put myself in a bind, because if I move Krynn to backstab, I will inevitably get attacked by one of those guys. And I don't want that. So let's take care of this guy as quickly as possible. There you go. Which means I can now safely move here, grab some attention. He flees in panic. Well, that's unfortunate. But, can I do this? No. No, I cannot. Well, I was hoping to backstab this guy, but mistakes were made. You can auto. Yeah, sure. Krynn, you could auto. There you go. Auto. And auto. And auto. Right, this guy's probably gonna escape. That's okay. He doesn't have anything important. He got away. I want to continue the battle. Let's take stuff. We have the major stuff and we have the usual mundane warrior stuff. We don't care about anything here. There's nothing crazy. Let's keep moving. We can go here. Now, in this map, there are 8 random encounters with the same composition as the temple ones. So, yeah, monsters attack rats. That shouldn't be a problem as long as there are no centipedes. Turn undead. These guys have been turned. We can sweep. There you go. I don't know if that was a good idea, but whatever. Turn. Okay, got the skeletons out of the way. Let's remove these rats. Oh my god, bro. Well, let's take this rat down. So we can now aim at this rat. Now there is another rat. And you guys are missing quite a lot of attacks. I don't know why. I don't know why. And it is what it is. Aim. Did we lose hit points? Yeah, Kerrigan lost 2 hit points. I mean, that's okay. I will survive. Alright, we are not blessed anymore. Blessed doesn't last much. It only lasts 1 battle, most likely. A cleric guarded by undead is frantically trying to destroy papers and materials. He gives a feral snarls and jumps to the attack. It's just 1 cleric. What we can possibly do is delay. What I want to do is turn. Now the problem with this is that we have a cleric on the loose. So let's do this. Let's turn first. And hope that the turn is good. So the turning was very good. So is now alone. We can go and auto. So they will start throwing arrows and auto this guy. We don't need to oversee this battle. This cleric is literally dead. So there you go. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. We can take what? A mace, a shield, and a chainmail. We don't care. These are mundane stuff. I want to go back. The only material left is a fragment of a ladder which you record as journal entry 84, and you are already cringing because I'm about to show you that. Now I need to move the display capture above. Now even more. Okay, put this one down here. Okay, so journal entry what? 84. Okay, let's go down to 84 and read it. 82, 86, so 84 is right here. We have contacted the Minotaurs. They will help us. I must go to Gargat. It is rumored that there is a dragon lance stored there. We must secure the keep and find the treasure room that is hidden there. The map of the keep shows those places where we believe the secret door may be located. Give this map to your officers and the fragment ends. So, we now know the Draconian's armies are going to Gargat, or at least a part of the Draconian army, and they're looking for a Dragonlance because the Dragonlance is capable of 1-hit KOing any dragon, so makes sense for them to try and reach for that. I mean, it's a tool we can use too. That's probably what we're gonna do. We can look for stuff, but there is nothing here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear this area. And there is not much here, just a roundabout, and there are more enemies. Probably clerics, judging by the icon over there. So we're going to delay. This guy begins casting, that's not good. Okay, this is not good. We can turn, and that is very important. Because with 1 person turn, what we need is to now, we need to cast. I need to cast hold person. And that is very important, guys. Because if we can hold these guys... Nope. Well, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna just attack this guy. We have 1 less enemy to worry about. Okay, you will be taking down this guy. So, we did save the dwarf. Okay. We gotta be careful now. Okay, that was a random encounter, so we are down to 2 random encounters found. We have 6 more to go. So let's go over here and let's do a bunch of corridor chasing. Alright, now this could be difficult. There is a fight here and there is a fight in the next room. We're gonna go in here and fight the boss. You surprise Draconians carrying bronze eggshells out of the room. What do? Obviously, you attack. That's the whole point of this. Auto. There's not much I can do here, but go auto. I mean, these guys are just buzz. They don't require micromanaging. They don't require me to cast sleep and old person spells. I mean, besides, these guys are not persons, but they are monsters. So probably will not work. Would not work. It's gonna be a problem though. We don't have Stinking Cloud, aka Stinking Doodoo, because, you know, it's probably a bunch of farts put together and then sold as a cloud, but, you know. Anyways, you guys are damaging my... Oh, you lose your weapon? Well, that's shocking, I know. You're gonna have to take care of these guys eventually. Come on, guys. They don't have much armor class, come on. They have 4 armor class. They hit you more than we hit you. Come on. Whatever I just said. I don't know what I said. Okay, don't. We need to view. You need to items. Ready the flail. View. View items. Ready the longsword. Items. You can drop this scale mail. Yes. You can also drop this ring mail. You don't need that. And Lorelei and these guys are fine. We can share some of the treasure. Now, before we move forward, let us make sure, first of all, we're gonna encamp save on B. No. And we're gonna be casting a spell. Now, who did cast Bless? Erini cast Bless. So you will be casting Bless. There you go. Alright, with that being said, let's move inside this room. You surprise a group in the midst of an argument. One of them says, "How are we supposed to get the eggs to Gargat? Mirtani doesn't know. Who's that?" What do? You can flee or you can attack. If you flee, you have time to reorganize, but they will be ready for you. If you attack, you may surprise them. We are gonna attack. We did not surprise them. The problem here is very serious. The problem is that we have 2 clerics and 1 mage. So we're gonna prepare some spells. Sleep spell. Okay, we got 1. No, we're gonna move even though they can attack me, so that's fine. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the mage, Hold Person on the cleric, and on the warrior somewhere. Excellent. It worked in our favor, so let's just start pelting these guys. Do I want more hold persons? No, don't think so. I think we can start by beating these guys. I don't care if you hit me. The reason is quite simple. There is a room where we can sleep. I know, but let's begin by doing this. Okay, so round 2 we'll have to... No, I made a mistake. You go over there, short bow, this guy, take him down. Nah, let's auto. It's fine. Let's auto. No problem. Take him down. Anytime now. Right, so what I want to do... Okay, good. New round, we're gonna be using Kyrian to backstab this guy. So shield and longsword, let's go. 16 points of damage. That was a nice backstab. Sadly, not everybody has a backstab, but it is what it is. So we're gonna prepare for a backstab. Nope, it's because the dwarf... Oh my god. Would you please die? Would you be so cool as to die? Thank you. There you go. The dwarf is the only one who can actually get something done. Which is weird because in every playthrough I make Goldbox games, the dwarves are usually the ones getting owned. But that's okay. Take, there is absolutely nothing as you can see here. This is just common stuff, darts and daggers, chainmail, shield and mace. And then we have nothing here. So let's just exit. I don't want to go back. You find a map of Gargat, keep which you record as journal entry 72. It's just a map, we're not gonna look at it. Okay, next we have to pick this lock. We have found the treasure, 850 experience points. We can take the money, see what we have. 500 steel pieces, we can share the money. And we can take some items. We have a potion, a wand, bracers, and a hoopak. Okay, so Lorelei, you will be taking the wand because that's a wand of Ice Storm. Potions, sure. Braces and the upaks, I guess, Erini, you can have those things and we can sell them because we cannot use them. This looks like a safe place to rest, and indeed we are going to, because we need to buff. Okay, you get your bless spell back on. It's very important to have that. Sleep is absolutely key. Lorelei, you need sleep. As a magic user, you need bless, and you need your whole person for now. There you go. That's everything we can do for now. Good. Save on B and let's get moving. Alright, move. Okay, there shouldn't be any fight here. Okay, this is a pointless area to go in. It's because there is an empty room and a room full of insects that will not pay enough experience to justify me doing that. However, if I look here or put search on, will I find anything? No. Let's get moving then. Monsters attack. Okay, this is another random encounter. Random encounter is quite jarringly difficult to predict because we have this cleric that's going to be very difficult to target. In fact, it's so difficult that I'm going ahead to cast a sleep spell. Might be not a good idea, but we have to deal with these encounters, guys. And that's the best way we can deal with them. Yeah, great. Okay, everybody has fallen asleep. Now we need to get this guy. Okay, the best thing we can do now is remove this guy. Tabitha, please don't get destroyed. Thank you very much. We need to damage. We need to hold these guys. It could be beneficial for me to hold these guys. It's not a good idea to leave them. So let's try to hold this cleric, this fighter, and no, damn it. I did bork the spell, so whatever. We should probably use the bow. There you go. Okay, so you can auto. I don't know what you did. I don't know. A message came about and I don't know what it said, but it. I don't know what happened. What did you do? Only usable by Kender? Okay, we got some random stuff here. Okay, Erini. Why are you using... The AI is trying to use the hoopak. Oh my god. No way. There's no way. There's no way you did that. Now bracers here are not gonna do anything. Still 3 armor class. This is if you're playing with a pure mage. And maybe if you're playing on normal difficulty, that's fine. But we are not going to play on that difficulty. Now here we have another one of those. Now there should have been a chainmail +1 somewhere. I don't know. Let's just keep moving. This room is stuck to the ceiling with moldering skeletons. You see a glint of polished metal under a pile of bones. So let's look. Congratulations, the party have found a treasure. You can take the treasure and probably Kerrigan can take the chainmail, right? Because you can use this chainmail. Yes, you can. It's a magical chainmail. Good job, good job. So you now have 0 armor class, that's fantastic. Now let's keep moving. Okay, I don't remember exactly where, so let's encamp, save on B, and see if this is the area. No, this is not the area. Piezo-skeletons fill the room, something gleams amid the debris. It's not a good idea to search that, so we're just gonna move ahead. Okay, so monsters attack. Well, that's shocking. And this is not good. These guys have the potential to actually own my ass. So, yeah, absolutely. I need to sleep these guys. Take them down. Okay. That was not ideal. I want another sleep, and I want this sleep right here. Good. Now, these guys have been taken care of. And that's good. So, I think it would be safe to just go back. Here's the thing, we can try to rest, but it's not gonna be safe. And it's probably a good idea to try and fix your characters and maybe memorize. Let's see if we can memorize the spells with Kyrian. Memorize. There you go, get your sleep spells. Memorize nothing. Lorelei memorizes sleep and a hold person. We can. Good, we did not get attacked, so save on B and keep moving. Gonna move. Okay, so that is this. I don't remember if there is an attack. There could be an attack soon. I don't remember exactly where. There is a dazzling display of lights. Ah, it's just a bless. Whatever. A mass of whirling multicolored light spins in the middle of the room. The sheer beauty of it is awesome. Erini recognizes that those whirling pattern and you jerk awake and the illusion fades. Enemy forces are revealed behind the illusion. This is something that if you don't have someone with intelligence or fail the intelligence roll, you could get in trouble. Now, let's see here. We have a bunch of these guys. Okay, we can cancel the movement. We can do this and attack the mage over there. So we have one less mage to worry about, but fret not, guys. Because what we are dealing with here is a bunch of fighters, and we want to keep them like attacking us. You don't want them to move around. So the best thing to do, at least for now, is to deal with the mages first, like so. And once we have dealt with the mages, we can safely deal with everyone else. Reason: mages are dangerous. Yep, they can... the most dangerous thing a mage can do, an enemy mage can do at these levels, is charm a person. Charm a person literally means you have to fight your own people, and they will, you know, need to be put down. So that's a problem. So take care of this mage, and we can now take care of the other mage. That's exactly what I want to do now. We need to be very careful here and start casting good spells. First of all, you're surrounded, so your bow is useless. Switch back to your shield and longsword. And let's see what we can do here. Now we have a couple of enemies who did not materialize themselves. We can cast Hold Person, which is the only thing I can actually do in this instance. We can start casting it on the fighters. 1, 2, and if we can get the third one right here, that would be great. Not too far, okay, it's okay. Well, you can actually target this hobgoblin. Sure. Okay. get those rolls out of the system. Now the thing is that old person is only 3 targets. View items, remove the short bow, go with a longsword and a shield. Now, what we can do right here is cast another spell. There's not much we can do, with the exception of maybe casting a sleep spell. That could take care of all these 4 guys. Maybe. I don't know. No, buzzes do not want to be slept. Okay. Okay. So, you are stuck there fighting these guys, which is okay, I suppose. They're humanoids. We can deal with the humanoids. Buzz is going down. We're gonna attack again. And we are going to need to attack you and you before they wake up. Now we take down you. Okay, now short bow. What can we do? Take care of this guy. And if I'm not mistaken, you can only kill one helpless guy regardless of your attacks per round. So just keep that in mind. Kerrigan got hit by dude. It's okay, it's okay. We're gonna deal with you guys. Don't worry. Let's begin with dealing with these guys. They are the ones that can potentially present a bigger threat to us. So, good stuff. Now, let's put down this guy, and then we can deal with the other guys down there. If we can deal with these guys. Oh, Kerrigan is doing a great job, by the way. There you go, Buzz went down. It's time for us to deal with the others. Lorelei, you can cast a sleep, or you can cast a hold person. Just go for it. Hold person it is. Let's try to hold these guys. I think hobgoblins in this game are considered non-humanoid. I think they might be considered goblinoids. So that's that. So this was perhaps... Okay, what can we take though? Gems, jewels, and steel. So share, take. Do we have anything magical here? We have a ring and a potion. Now the ring is probably gonna be a ring of protection if I have to be honest. So let's give it to someone who can actually use it. Because you are not in a good position. You have 34 hit points. If I use this ring, you go to 1 armor class. Kyrian is also in danger. But for now, let's do this. Let's remove the ring, trade this ring to Sir Calador. Sir Calador will be wearing this ring. You go to -1 armor class. That's all I need. There's nothing else we can take here because there is nothing else magical. So let's exit. I don't want to go back. Congratulations, the party gains experience. And we gain a level. It's going to be dangerous to move forward. Do we have time to move forward? By the way, we might have some time. So let's encamp and fix. Let's save on B first, and then we can fix. Right, they did not engage with us. Let us move. By the way, the difficulty is still on champion, as you can see. So let's get out of here and move. Okay, we can explore this area, but there is nothing. Or we can go forward. There is nothing. Let's keep on moving. You hear voices from around the corner ahead. This is ridiculous. We've only begun packing up those eggs and now we're supposed to have them ready by tonight? I don't trust that white dragon. I don't think it enjoys it here. Too hot for him or something. Another voice answered. Listen, dwarf meat. We've got to get to the word out that adventurers are on our trail. So shut up and keep moving. The conversation fades to low mutterings. And indeed, it is. You spy a group of humans and draconians as you round the corner. One of the human yells, "There they are! Let's take care of them now!" And you have a battle. I don't think I need Bless here, but I mean, there are a couple of casters. Those are dangerous. Now we start with a mage. We can cast a sleep spell. We can take care of, or at least try to take care of, the mage. I would like to take care of you. So let's drop a sleep spell right here. Okay. That was a very hard target for me because, see, this guy's gonna attack with darts for some reason. We're gonna have to sleep this guy too. With the cleric out of commission, they have no more whole persons, and that is good. So let's start with sleep spells. The buzz enough. That was a bad sleep spell, to be honest. It is what it is. We need to cast whole person now, and we need to keep attacking the same guy. Whole person on this guy, whole person on this guy, whole person on this guy. Alright. Unaffected. Now that is not good. That is not good. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that is not good. So let's see, view items, remove the shield, remove the longsword, we use the bow. We need to use the bow because we need to attack the mage. There's no time to waste. Now, we need to get this guy one cruel blow. We need to get this guy down because I don't want him to wake up. Now we have to deal with these guys. Now, the problem with dealing with these guys is that it's gonna take forever to completely annihilate these guys. But you know what? It's fine. We have 75 arrows, and see, sometimes arrow economy is a thing in this game. So the dwarf is taking a lot of damage even with -2 armor class. I have no idea how this game calculates damage. Feels like a cheat. It's probably a cheat. Never trusted Dungeons and Dragons dice rolls. Never trusted them in Goldbox games. They feel like the enemy is extremely bent on cheating. Because they do some really nasty stuff, like you can see now. I'm not really complaining, I just don't trust this. Don't trust the dice. That's why you need to take care of all enemies with spells. Because with spells you can be certain that a held enemy is a dead enemy. Wow, 1 damage. That's some serious stuff right there. Now I have no clue how these guys are dealing with my dwarf, but they're doing it. I don't like it. So we're gonna use my fighters to fight the enemy fighters. We're gonna use the backliners to lob arrows at the buzz so we don't lose the weapon. There you go. 1 goes down. Now let's begin by attacking this guy. You flee in panic. You can go. You're not worth much experience. Just make sure you get the right. Sure. I guess you can use your longsword to beat this guy. And just surround this guy. There you go, 11 damage. Now, I'm wondering, can you just backstab this guy? No, you need the chainmail. Aim at this guy. Nope. Somehow. Come on, you got away. Can you please get away? Thank you. So, quite a difficult battle because we were not able to paralyze those guys. Some of the enemy got away. You hear warning shots fade in the distance. So the enemy and monsters attack. Let's delay. Let's delay and let's turn. Alright, we were able to turn these guys. Now we need to attack these guys. Now you can delay. Okay, these guys are moving, so that's good. And let's start dealing with these guys as soon as possible. There you go. Aim, I don't know, aim at this guy. This point, just aim at this guy. We're gonna be attacking, and we're gonna try to kill these guys as quickly as possible. You could argue that I could have set up a sneak attack, but this guy would have attacked my paladin, so that's not a good idea. Or my knight. No, actually, you will use your short bow. Because Tabitha has to move down there and attack. Otherwise, Tabitha would have been like without a target. Okay, we're gonna attack. We are gonna be moving right here. You will move right here. Attack this guy. Okay, he moved. I don't think I have an opportunity to sneak attack, so I'm gonna just attack him. And he goes down. Good. Not very cool when it comes to experience, but it is what it is. A couple of rooms here. We can pick the lock here, or we can bash the door open. Doesn't really matter, because we're gonna search and look for stuff here. Skeletons are piled from floor to ceiling. That's incredible. We can do this. Monsters attack again. So we're going through all of the random encounters. I want to turn undead because I want to remove any melee that can potentially attack my my units. So I want to use the short bow now though, because, you know, realistically speaking, I don't want to waste spells on these guys. So we can damage them. There you go. If we can damage them. That's not cool. That's not cool. Guys, stop missing. Seriously. Thank you. Let's deal with this guy. One of them did cast. So it's just down to you now. I forgot how many random encounters we dealt with, but... Aim at this guy. Okay, attack this guy. Aim at this guy. Okay, so Kyrian has been taken out of the picture. We can use now the longsword, so we can conserve some ammunition. He surrenders. Okay. Can take some stuff. That is nothing interesting. Go back. We don't need to search anymore because we did get everything out of the way. We need to fix. So save. Oh my god, the password spells is page 8, word 8. What is this? Page 8, word 8. It's gonna be them. Okay, so this password is them. Save on B. No. Fix. Good. Can we rest, by the way? Erini, you can memorize 2 whole persons. Kyrian, you can memorize a sleep spell. And Lorelei, you can memorize sleep spells and whole person. If we can, it's 5 hours. We have not been interrupted, guys. We're gonna be saving on B. And I'm gonna end the episode right here. Now, we did take care of half the dungeon, and we're still on the pursuit of enemies, war enemies. You know, I've been having doubts on the party composition because we have too many triple class characters. 2 of them, as you can see, they don't have many hit points. Hopefully this is not gonna be a problem. I'm probably gonna guess it's gonna be a problem. We'll see about that. But so far they have carried the day pretty nicely. That's because enemies here are champion difficulty. They are particularly nasty. Lots of hit points. You cannot really deal with them with melee and just that. So if I had maybe a pure mage, a pure cleric, and a fighter thief, that could have worked. But then I would be down to 1 mage and one cleric only. And that's not a good party composition, because ideally you want 2 clerics and 2 mages and 1 thief. So multiclassing is sometimes required. So we could have made Lorelei a fighter cleric. We can made Kyrian a fighter mage. And then 2 party members would have been multi-classes. Like Kerrigan could have been a fighter thief, and Erini could have been another fighter cleric or another fighter mage. Yeah, we'll be down to one more. Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated, guys. You cannot have the best of both worlds, but you know what? I think this is a good party. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit worried about the hit points of the multi-class characters, but you know, what can you do? They are not frontliners. The only thing that can potentially kill them is a fireball to the face. And right now, yeah, a fireball is gonna be a terrible thing. Now, later down the line, probably they can survive. Probably. I don't think, but we'll see. So, anyways, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.